money can lead you to do things like this. I've always said get your life in order, but this man has got 3 life sentences plus 106 years on top of that.
I got 3 consecutive life sentences plus 106 years.
3
consecutive life sentences
plus
106 years for some stuff that don't even carry this kind of time. None of the charges carry this type of time, none of them. But I got time like I killed 30 people or something.
Wait, I thought he done that. So he didn't do that.
First and foremost, man, I want to thank you for taking the time and giving us the opportunity to chop it up with you. Could you start by just giving us your name?
I'm Kobe. They call me Sleep though. So everybody that kind of know me from that world or whatever. But I'm Kobe. I'm Kobe.
Where'd you get the name Sleep, if you don't mind me asking?
In the streets, man. You know what I'm saying? Being in the streets, basically. So.
Now, where are you from?
From LA. South Central LA on the east side.
How long you been down?
Right now, 8 years.
8 years?
Yeah.
Wow.
Do you have a date yet?
No, not at this present moment. But I know I'm about to get out though. But I got gave me a crazy sentence for something I didn't even really do. I know you probably heard that a million times, but mine will be proven real soon. But for some stuff that don't even carry this kind of time. None of the charges carry this type of time, none of them. But I got time like I killed 30 people or something.
How much time did they give you?
I got 3 consecutive life sentences plus 106 years.
What?
3
consecutive life sentences.
Plus?
So if you die 3 times, you still back in jail, plus 100, who's giving out these sentences?
Now, how can they even do that? Is it gang advancement?
Man, it was all of that. It was like...
What the goodness me, I must skip this.
It's like what you call creative sentencing, right? So I got conspiracy to extortion. That's my charge. Conspiracy to extortion. They changed, they gave me an alternate penalty for the conspiracy to extortion and put it under a gang 186.22, which made them be able to give me a life sentence for something that only carried like 3 years. That's crazy, huh? For something they said I thought about doing. They gave me a life sentence for that. But turns out,
whoa.
For something they said I thought about doing.
So
they gave me a life sentence for that. But turns out though, they can't do it. Under the word conspiracy doesn't fall up under that, so that's how I'm gonna be able to go back and get out of here.
So is your case currently in the courts right now?
No, my case is final.
Really?
Yeah. Wow. So, but you know, because of that sentencing error, I'm gonna be able to, you know, get out of here because of that. And at the same time, too, there's a video in my case that the DA knew. I want to say that the DA knew that we were innocent of at least one specific charge, one specific count, and they still used it against us falsely, right? So I could prove that too. So I'm waiting for that right now. Forensically, I can prove that. So that's no doubt, no trickery. They can't do it, none of that. So and I knew that they knew because they gave my co-defendant a crazy, awesome plea deal so they wouldn't present that evidence. But if you knew that, if that wasn't true, why would you still go forward with it? You know what I'm saying? So the system itself is crazy.
Were there ever any moments where you lost hope?
Oh, absolutely. It was crazy because not when I got found guilty, it's when I first got sentenced. The sentencing was like so bizarre. It was so crazy that my attorney was lost for words. So I knew if he lost for words, and he didn't do nothing in my case, and he was lost for words, you know what I'm saying? So once I got the sentencing and like the long bus ride back to the county jail, I was like, man, I'm supposed to go in here. First person to say something to me, I'm finna dismantle him. You know what I mean? That's where my mind was at because I felt like that was the end of the world for me. You know what I mean? But the craziest thing would change my mind from that instantly almost. I had to talk with my kid's mother and she was like, I'm not telling them that. You're gonna have to tell them that. I'm not telling them that. So once I talked to my son, and my son was 16 at the time. When I talked to him, he talked to me like he was my father. It was crazy. It was crazy. He talked to me and it was just, that moment right there changed my whole mindset. It changed my whole mind. It changed the way I thought, period, about this life. And he went on to graduate high school, graduate college, You know what I'm saying? And that moment right there, I missed that. So if anything I'm salty about is that, not being able to be there for his graduation and for his college graduation. Because I'm a hands-on father. When I'm there, I'm there. Period. I'm not, you know what I mean? If I'm not there, I can't be there. That's the, obviously. But and then it messed up my daughter. Made my daughter have like a nervous little breakdown. You know what I mean? But she was older, but still, you know what I mean? Then it kind of made me understand how much, because you really don't know how much your kids love you, right? So then when I started seeing them type of moments, I was like, wow, it kind of really resonated with me. But it helped me change my mindset. And because of it, look at the position I'm in now. Now imagine if I would have came in here and went crazy. Because it's the place to do it. Calipad definitely the place to act a fool at right here. This is the worst prison probably they got going. But, that's it.
I wonder if we could take a moment, if you have a message directly you want to share directly to your kids, if you want to share
is so
a couple
sad.
words for them that we can get over to them if you want to look.
Reason why I'm always like, make sure you get your finances together, because it helps you prevent things like this. If you've got a vision, the Bible says people perish for the lack of vision. If you have a vision, okay, I want to be a millionaire, I'm going to be a millionaire, for example, it's going to stop you from doing degenerate things that's going to cause you to go to jail. I'm not going to do fraud if I want to become a millionaire. It gives you that hard-working mentality. Do you get what I mean?
I got a message for all people out there that's really a part of the gang life. I just put it to you like this. It's real simple. If you're going to kill, or if you're willing to kill this individual over this particular street, this particular neighborhood, this particular color, and if you get the opportunity to actually do it and you get caught, because you're going to get caught because there's so many cameras and stuff out there, I just tell you, look at it like this. You're going to kill somebody for something that you don't own, something you can be from this particular street and they can change it to John Wayne Boulevard because you don't own none of it, right? But then you're going to come into this penitentiary and you're not going to fight damn one of those dudes. You're not going to argue with them. You're not going to swing on them. You're not going to do nothing to them. So what's the purpose of killing them out there and you're going to come in and spend the rest of your life in here and don't never do nothing to none of them? That's ridiculous. That's a ridiculous way of thinking, and you need to change that. And if we all thought like that, then it'll change immediately. Because you're going to go kill somebody because they say they're from this neighborhood or they got this color on, but then you're going to come in here every single day and don't touch now one of those dudes. That's the most ignorant stuff I've ever been a part of in my life. Like, that's just
deep.
Ignorant. The mentality is ignorant. You know what I mean? So that's my message to anybody out there. Just think about that before you do it. You're going to come into this penitentiary and spend the rest of your life in here and don't touch none of those dudes. You're not going to, politics-wise, you're not going to be able to do it. Or they're going to get you. Your own homie's going to get you. So that's stupid. So why do it?
Fair play, man.
That's my message.
How long did it take you to grow this mindset?
Really, I knew it from the first time. I guess it's not my first time being in the penitentiary. So the first time I came into the penitentiary,
because that makes it seem like you didn't take your own advice or your own lesson.
I experienced that. We was so-called beefing with these particular individuals or whatever. Then I came in here, seen all of these dudes, and nobody was doing nothing to them. So I'm like, what's the purpose of that, right? You know what I'm saying? So from that point on, I was done with that. As far as like gang banging, I was done with that aspect of it. So I probably would still only do something to you if I felt like he was going to do something to me. But, even though that's still wrong mentality, right? But that's why I always say the 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Because if you're still willing to do something to somebody for something ignorant, then you still got 1 foot in. So, so that it changed for me instantly when I came the first time. But I've been back to jail because of the laws are so crazy. I still had the belief in my mind, because you be in here for so long, people come in here and they telling you all this crazy stuff, so you believe it. So they was telling me about these dudes killing these dudes, this is what's going on. So I always had a gun. But I got caught with the gun, and instead of me getting the time like you might get, I'm getting 1 million years for it.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So instead of me getting 16 months county jail time, I'm getting 9 and 10 years for it. or
Wow.
3 strike for it. So
I wanna ask you something as well. We can think back and reflect on your childhood. Which one of your favorite,
Wow. This is a crazy
or
video.
which one of your fondest childhood memories?
I can't even really say that because my parents died when I was young. My father died when I
There
was
we
7
go.
of leukemia. My mother died the following year. She got murdered. So I can't.
Oh my days, there you go. It's it's the household, and I feel obviously sorry for him. Like he got dealt with cards that he had no involvement in pretty much, and he had to just fend for himself. So things like this, you can't really judge someone because there it is. That's the reason as to why. That's one of the reasons.
Was 7 of leukemia. My mother died the following year. She got murdered. So I can't really say I had no.
Wow.
Sad.
So there's nothing positive that you can remember about your childhood. Yeah.
Nope.
That's powerful,
Wow.
bro. I appreciate you sharing. I'm sorry to hear that.
That's all right. It's life. You know what I mean? It's life.
A lot of people could
What
never
a G.
fathom.
Right.
You know, me at the age of 36, one of my biggest fears is losing my parents. I think about that
Right.
every day. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like I'm somewhat emotionally stable. I could only imagine being 7 and 8 years old and dealing with that, man. So, you feel like that played a major part
Absolutely.
in the road that
Absolutely. And even the courts even knew that, right? Even the courts even, because I got older sister siblings, and they explained that, to them. Even in a detailed way where I wouldn't have been able to explain it. And at the same time, too, at that time, I didn't have no therapy. You know what I'm saying? I didn't go through no therapy. A child like that should ask that. I was having I was outlashing or out, however, you know what I'm saying? Having outbursts basically in school, you know what I mean? Or didn't want to sit there, didn't want to listen to nobody because I felt like couldn't nobody tell me nothing. I don't have no parents. So I'm not listening to nobody. That's how I felt. You know what I mean? So that contributed to how I, my behavior basically. You know what I'm saying? From that point, I didn't care. But at the same time too, something in me knew that I had to learn something. I had to be smart some kind of way. So I always was intellectual. I always knew all the work. I could spell. I was in the spelling bees, all that. I did all that. Math right now. I'm in the college, all that stuff right now. So I knew that you had to have some sort of intelligence, you know what I mean? But I didn't know for what reason, you know what I mean? Because I didn't have nobody to really install nothing in me.
I'm gonna wrap it up soon, but one of the things that is very apparent just looking at you is that you have discipline.
Physique.
You don't attain a physique like that if you don't have discipline. So is that something that you could speak on? Like, how does working out, like, does it help your mental health?
Oh, absolutely. It's therapeutic, right? So if you look right now online, everybody's doing all of this, working out type of thing for their mental wellness. And for me, I was doing it before I even understood it. But I did used to tell people that I have to go out here and work out. So if you strain, right, and this is just my take on it, if you straining to get this one last rep in, it's taking all of that strength out of you or all of that other nonsense out of you just to get this rep, so you're not thinking about that. So you exerting all this energy, you don't have time for nothing else. So now even if I wanted to go do something, I had to take a break, right? So in between taking that break, I didn't calm down.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Because most people tell you, if you call 911 right now, first thing they're gonna tell you is what? Calm down, take a deep breath. Because when you relax, doing that, when you're working out, you're taking deep breaths because you got to go over here and get your breath back for the next set. So in that process, you know what I mean, you're relaxing, but you don't even know it.
You know what? I never thought about it from that perspective.
Right.
I appreciate you sharing.
Right.
That's
Some knowledge, some
deep.
game.
Right.
I need to get my
Right, for sure, man. Hey, man, that's nothing, bro. It's just all up here. It's all in the mind, man. Everything's in the mind.
Absolutely.
I will share this
If you
last
haven't
thing,
already-
though. I mean, that
If you haven't already, and share this to someone who needs this, and obviously subscribe if you want to.
for most people out there, I'm not a religious person, but I'm spiritual. And if you look at any religion, the guru or God or whatever you want to call it, always had to go to the darkness before they got to the light. And I say that in this way. You have to close your eyes, which is the darkness, in order for you to be enlightened into the light. So if you meditate, that's what I do. I meditate. You have to go through the darkness. Jesus meditated. That's when he said he went on the mountaintop, talked to the Father. What he was doing, he was meditating. Everybody meditate because that's how you got to get to the light. And it's just simple. You don't have to do nothing else. Just close your eyes. Sit still for a little while. Same thing as taking that deep breath. So,
I love that, bro.
Right.
I love that. I love that.
By meditation, we're talking about Jesus, okay? All right. I don't want to trip, okay? Pray to Jesus, the God of the Bible. Hey, Kobe, big sis here. All my days, no way. This is actual big sister, I believe. Wow, big sis here. Or as you like to call me, big little sis. Was hard for me to watch this video. Oh my days, this is gonna break me down, man. This is so sad to watch this video for two reasons. One, I can't stand seeing and knowing that you don't deserve to be, and two, it was hard to hear you recount the events of mom's past. This is so sad. Please, God in heaven, please help the man in Jesus' name. That being said, I've never been more proud of you. Oh my days. And he can't even read this, because do they even have internet in jail? I don't think so. Well, now there's dodgy, weird jails. You can get certain things, so I don't know if they have Wi-Fi or not. But yeah, that being said, I've never been more proud of you. I know that Mama will be proud too. Evil took her from us, but it won't win. Her legacy lives on through your strength. My fortitude and man's compassion. Okay, cool. I know that without a shadow of a doubt that you're planning to come back home soon, but I love you to the moon and back. Wow, may God please help this family out in Jesus' name. Look, guys, let's do whatever we can to be able to help this family out. Like, subscribe, share this. Let's blow this video up so that it can do something. So it can bring this to the judges or something. Something needs to be done, especially if he's actually innocent. If he's actually innocent, then he doesn't deserve this. May God please help. No weight, no steroids, low quality food. I did 10 years and I've seen what with good genetics. Yeah, 100%. I agree. I've never taken steroids once. You probably can't see it through here, but you can probably see my tricep poking out. You can see the genetics. Black genetics, we don't play games. Okay. Wow, this video, man, phenomenal. In fact, just to push this video to get more reach, guys, I want you guys to head over to this channel and watch this video, okay, to bring more reach onto this. We really need to shed light onto this situation and this case. And yeah, like, subscribe, share. I'm going to end my video here. Go over to that channel and watch it. Support everyone.